Hey everybody, Hi Shield here for episode 11 of Final Fantasy 3. First things first, we're going to change our party back to the jobs that we had previous. Ingus as Knight, Mark as Ranger, Lunith I'm going to leave as a Dragoon, and Rifia as our White Mage. So today's episode is going to be a lot of story stuff, not so much combat. We're going to probably stop this episode outside of the next dungeon because it is a bit long and for our level rather difficult. I'll probably actually grind in there a little bit after this episode's over. Um, First things first, we're gonna go talk to the people of Saronia. Thank you for saving Saronia, Warriors of the Light. Even though it was the king's will, we have created unnecessary bloodshed. May the heavens forgive us. King Alice fought all by his lonesome to restore peace to Saronia, the kingdom he loves. Oops. Saronia is the most advanced kingdom in the world, especially when it comes to airship technology. If you want to learn about the history of the world or legends of this land, go visit the Great Library of Saronia, which does have some lore stuff, so we will go there after we're done here. Before he died, the great magus Noah gave fragments of his own power to his three apprentices, Zand, Doga, and Une. The only ones who were capable of creating an earthquake of that magnitude are the three wizards of the Dalg Continent. The Nautilus's engine should be powerful enough to get you past the wind that guards Dalg, the arrow-shaped promontory. Warriors of the Light, you must now head to the Dalg Continent. The Dalg Continent. That name sounds familiar. Which, if you all remember, when we first came to the World of Darkness, when we got stranded in Amor, when we were unconscious, that is where we were told we needed to head first, which has not been possible just yet. We are the Saronian engineers, the greatest minds in all the world. We've been expecting you. We've unearthed and restored a flying ship from ancient ruins. It's called the Nautilus, and it's yours to take. Let's go, guys. Huh? What? Hey, wait for me. We moored the ship outside the castle. Remember, it's called the Nautilus. It's a fine ship. Its engine should be powerful enough to take you through the wind that protects the Dalg continent. You are now the proud owner of the Nautilus. So the Nautilus is our second vehicle of three. The first, obviously, being the Enterprise that we lost when we came to Saronia, and the third will be the Invincible once we get that far in the game. I'm the Master Cannoneer of this castle. I even shot down an airship during the Civil War we had earlier. You're a bad person. So the Invincible is our final ship. Got a hidden wall here. Lead us to a treasure room. We have Medusa arrows, Rusty Mail, which does not do anything, Ice Rod, which is a tier 2 castable Blizzard, so Blizzara on use, just like the staff, Dragon Hammer for the Viking, Mangosh for the Thief primarily, Tome of Fire we already know, Scholar Hat we already know, Golem Staff is castable Break, which is Petrification, Tome of Ice we already know, Boomerang, Celine Bow, and Tome of Light. Boomerang is an infinite ranged weapon that can be used by the archer, but it's primarily used by the ninja later on, or the thief. Gaia Vest is a monk black belt armor. Viking Mail for the Viking. Dragon Helm. Earthen Bell. Rusty Mail again. And Viking Helm. Lots of stuff for the Viking. Lots of stuff for, what else? The Scholar, the Geomancer. And nothing we're really using right now, or probably will until, well, the Viking I'll use on Iron Giant, probably. I kind of want to try the party comp with the Knight instead of the Viking, but if I have to, I'll use the Viking as my primary tank. Gigamith's power is darkness itself. Darkness corrupts people's hearts. When you lose hope, darkness comes in to fill the void. King Alice never shows his pain, but he lost his mother when he was young and now his father. There is a secret passage to the treasure room on the first floor of this tower, which we just did. With the timber reaching the world of dream, Noah's loot lies in the silence extreme, in the temple of time as it would seem. Beneath the sea, under the waves that mourn, is the temple sundered by the god's scorn, south of Saronia between the two horns. King Alice, I must not let my father down. Not only must I bring peace to Saronia, but the whole world as well. There is much work to do, and there will be time to mourn later. Please, feel free to take anything in Saronia that may help you on your journey. This is the least we can do. So we've already grabbed everything from here, so we're good. I do want to stop by northeast Saronia. There's some spells there from the magic shop, which we'll get to see. The Nautilus moves extremely fast. So from this magic shop here, we're going to grab Doga, Raise, and Protect. Maybe Protect. We're going to sell the golden swords that we found in Goldor Manor. They have no use outside being sold. Why Protect? No black magic right now since we don't have another mage. We're going to go to the other weapon shop because this one here is the spears. But we're okay right now because a little bit later we're going to be stealing one of the best spears in the game from a boss. We just got the golem staff. Erase on use is kind of eh. I'm not a fan of it. So we are going to get the Thundara staff. And we'll use the golem staff as a backup. So let's get everybody equipped. Blood sword, royal sword, ice helm. As you see, rescue mail is 1 defense. I have to see if there's an actual use for it. I don't think there is though. Flame mail, power bracers, Celine bow, iron arrows, black cowl, garb, mithril gloves. Lunith is already set. We can actually use the ice rod too, since we got that from the chest there. It's more reliable than break, honestly. Feather hat, mage robe, rune bracers. The other mage shop's got some tier 4 stuff I think we already have, though. I'll double check, though. Yeah, break, Blizzaga, Shade, Libra, Silent. I'll actually grab the 3 of them. She doesn't have any tier 4 spells. That will use up the most of our money. That'll give her some more utility. And then from Lunith, pick up his magic right now. Just a Dragoon. Put arrow back on. I'll do some spell organization between episodes before we go into the dungeon. But with that being said, everything I want to do here is done. Now we're going to go to southwest, or southeast rather, for the library. Or northwest, oh my god. Directions. King Alice instructed me to let you pass. Go right on ahead. And here, these books are out of order, so this is 1. This is 2 or 3, yeah. Book of Owen, 1. After many long years, it is finally complete. The device that will enable us to lift and control objects of immense size and mass. If my calculations are correct, it could even control the very planet that we live on. Owen, 2. My current project is cryostasis, freezing objects for long-term conservation. Poetically put, an object in cryostasis could be said to be free from the flow of time. In theory, this should also be applicable to living beings. Owen 3. Everything is ready. I will now leave Saronia and depart for the experiment site. I will take my son Desh, already an accomplished scientist himself, with me. So we learn a little bit more about Desh's background from that trilogy of books. It's part 4, part 3, part 2. This one's in order, surprisingly. Ancient Book Part 1. The 4 giant statues will burn anyone who dares pass between them. The 4 fangs that we possess are the only things that grant us safe passage. Book 2. Light and darkness are kept in balance by the crystals of wind, fire, water, and earth. Part 3. Have we abused the power of light? The light is everywhere, overflowing. There is no way for us to stop it. And the inevitable outcome? Doom. Part 4. The 4 warriors who came from the world of darkness have stopped the rampaging light. Who are they? How did they come to possess their power? The only thing we know is that their bravery saved the world from destruction. This line of books tells us a little bit about our character's background, the crystals, the warriors of light and darkness, primarily darkness being the ones saving the world the first time. Way of the Dark Blade. The mountains west of Saronia hold the secret to the Way of the Dark Blade. Something we'll want to check out a little bit later. Perpetual engine theory. The governing principle behind the Wheel of Time is based on the temporal balance of antimatter. And airships in action. Our editors picked the top three most sensational, spectacular airships of the year. First, the diving Nautilus. Second, the colossal Invincible. And third, the Indomitable Enterprise. Giving us a little background to our 3 vehicles. And those are the only books in this library that we can read. Primarily background and lore stuff, but pretty cool nonetheless. So next objective will be to head to the Dalg Continent, which is east of the floating continent. If you look at the bottom or the southwest corner, you have our little continent icon there, and just east is a little protruding bit. That's where we're heading. Pass through the wind. So we'll head there quick and see what awaits us. And if you remember, this is where we could not pass earlier. We have 2 paths, nothing here. Up here, we have our entrance to Doga's Manor. Who dares trespass inside the great wizard Doga's Manor? Seize them. Kupo, Kupo-po. I know you, don't I? Ah, the Warriors of the Light. Good of you to come. I have something to tell you. The one who is summoning the darkness into this world is none other than Zand. Zand, Une, and I were apprentices of the great magus Noah. When Noah died, he bestowed upon us gifts, the power of magic to me, the world of dream to Une. To Zand, Noah granted him mortality. Of course, Zand was not pleased. He covered this world in darkness and stopped the flow of time. Zand's plan was to stay his eventual demise by halting time itself. But then you appeared and restored time to its rightful rhythm. However, Zand seems intent on stopping time again. Come, you must help me stop Zand. And for a few moments, Doga joins us. Come, you must escort me to the Cave of the Circle. In my room is a secret passage that leads to the cave. The candle on the wall is the switch that opens the hidden door. So there's no enemies in this part of Doga's Manor. On the way to the cave there is, though. That's a magnet. Cool. When Master Zand left, he said he was angry because the great magus Noah only gave him mortality. Oh. Master Doga said that the floating continent was created by the destructive waves of darkness that Master Zand called forth. 2 shops, left side, right side. Magic and items over there. Lady Une is asleep in the shrine south of Saronia, protecting the world of dream, Kupo. You can call Fat Chocobo in the hall to the right. Use Geishel Greens on the Unlit Candle. And this I never showed off, but we can, like Moogle said, we can summon Fat Chocobo. in specific locations with casual greens. Again, not going to be using him. He's just a bank for an unlimited storage system. Master Doga, are you going to the Cave of the Circle? That place is dangerous, Kupo. Don't go. The Cave of the Circle is connected to the World of Darkness, so the cave is filled with monsters from that world, Kupo. The magic water in that pot over there will restore your magic power and health, Kupo. Use the magic book on the table to revive any of your party members. And these are just our wells. And we have another mini hole. To make ourselves little. And we'll be this way the entire dungeon. Well, dungeon, quote unquote. It's about 4 rooms, if I'm not mistaken. So I wouldn't even venture to call it a dungeon. Refia is our only damage because we're mini. I could be using the Blizzard or Fire Sword on Ingus for an on-use. So we'll just auto battle through all this. It's just going to be killing stuff slowly. So we should not get more than a couple of counters in here. Two new enemies. These are the Bovian and the Rock Gargoyle. The enemies we just fought were Dread Knights. I read the name thinking I was going to say it, but never actually did. So in between episodes, I will potentially be leveling up a little bit and setting up for the Odin fight, so that way I can steal Gungnir for the Dragoon. New enemy, Demon Horse. Get that out of the way really quick. Because I do want to use the Dragoon for a little bit, because I normally don't pass Garuda. Ooh. First use the Raise, which is a fantastic spell. So I do want to prep for the Odin fight. I need to have a Thief level 71 job level in order to even attempt to steal the Gungnir. And I want to have at least 2. I'm probably going to go in with the Knight, the White Mage, and 2 Thieves. Give me a cover unit, a heal, and then 2 chances to steal it each turn. Oh, fuck. So I do want to get that. So I'll probably prep between episodes once we get a little bit further in. Probably after the next dungeon, the next major dungeon, which is why I want to wait, because that dungeon is rather difficult for this stage of the game. So once I complete that, I'll probably prep for Odin, get that done, and then we'll move on from there. Cough, cough. We must hurry. My time has almost come. I will cast a spell on your ship so that it may travel underwater. Magic spell. I don't know what he was about to say. The Nautilus can now travel underwater. Head south from Saronia. The Temple of Time lies between the pillars of Cape Twin Horn. In the temple is where you will find Noah's loot. What does Noah's loot do? It is a magic loot, whose timber will reach even into the world of dream. You must use it to call Une back from the world of dream. I will now use the circle to enter the rift between dimensions and find the key to Eureka. Your task is to wake Une and obtain the ancient ship known as the Invincible. You must hurry now. I will teleport you outside. Give my regards to Une. Farewell, warriors of the light. We will meet again. So, the Temple of Time is the dungeon I was talking about that I want to do exclusively next episode. So what we will do to finish up this episode is we will go to a town that I missed earlier. It is a town of summoner slash evoker god class people. And that is northwest of Saronia. So I'll actually go down this way, wrap around. And they are right here. This is Repleto. Let's see if it works this time. Yeah. Oh no, Chocobo again. What am I doing wrong? And we can buy the basic summons here. I probably won't just yet because we don't have the ability to use them with our party setup. But we have Chocobo, Shiva, Rama, Ifrit, and Titan. And then spell levels 6, 7, and 8 are Leviathan, Odin, and Bahamut. Wait. Leviathan? What was in here? I think Shiva was in here. Yeah. Yeah, so 6, 7, and 8 are Odin, Leviathan, and Bahamut. Not in that order. I don't remember which one is which level. According to legend, both Leviathan and Bahamut were sealed away by the great Noah himself. One of Noah's apprentices is said to guard the world of dreams, sleeping in eternal sleep somewhere in the fjords to the south. Entities called forth by summoners are more powerful than the ones called by evokers. It is said that the great Magus Noah was able to summon Leviathan and even Bahamut. And neither of the two of those we can actually access right now. We need the Invincible for both Leviathan and Bahamut. There once was a great mage called Noah. He could not only use both white and black magic, but he could also use summoning magic. Summoning is the most powerful type of magic, if you know when and where to use it. So just an intro to summoning spells in this town. But we could have done that before Saronia, and I missed it. I actually think that's all we really need to do. If we wrap around here, right in here, no, this one, oh god, okay. This is the ancient cave that I was talking about in the Way of the Dark Blade book. This is the ancient ruins. We don't need to be there yet. That is, if we look on the map, that is a full dungeon. It's in purple. We have no need to be here just yet. So our next objective is the Temple of Time, which is below here. This is twin horns. Looks like two horns coming out of the peaks. If we dive with Nautilus now, we can see the temple is right here. So I'm going to save here. We'll end the episode. I'm going to go in and level probably 30. I'll make everybody 30 and we'll make it even there. And then we'll go through the entire dungeon next episode exclusively. You know, we won't do anything else. We'll just do this dungeon. Because, like I said twice now, dungeon's rather long, rather difficult. So I'll have to probably make 2-3 trips just to heal. So I want to be able to have enough time to get all that done. So sorry if this is a little bit shorter episode than everybody's used to. A lot of lore, a lot of story progression, not so much fighting. But that aside, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.